Hey guys, my name is Raksha Patel and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a really easy way to create a beautiful seashore painting. The process is a bit time consuming but it's really fun. So let's begin. To begin with, I'm applying a very light coat of cobalt blue first from the top of my paper and I'm creating a gradient with yellow ochre at the bottom. Make sure you keep your coat very light and transparent as we will have to work a lot above it. Now let this layer dry completely. You can use a hair dryer to speed up the drying process. It is usually better to use cold air since hot air, if overly used, may burn your paper or change color pigmentation. Once everything is dry, I move on to creating these small curvy patches. Keep minimal gap between these patches. For the topmost part, I'm using cobalt blue mixed with viridian hue. Again, do not use a very opaque or dark layer of this. Gradually, as I move downwards while creating these patches, I will keep on adding yellow ochre to the mixture of cobalt blue and viridian to get the exact sea blue or sea green shades. Also, as you're progressing downwards, make sure to reduce the size of your patches towards the seashore as well. Now, in this painting, I've created the shore at the bottom of the paper, but you can make it upwards or on either sides or even towards the corners, which means you can definitely change the angle of your viewing. So towards the shore where your water might end, make sure you create a curvy or wavy end. Do not draw patches in a straight line or else you won't get a natural feel of the beach. Towards the end, I also used simply yellow ochre to give a proper gradient end to the waves. Now we move on to create the third layer. Here I am using the same shades which I used previously for the blots to create these small patches on the individual blots, but this time I am using a thicker consistency of the same color. It's completely fine if you cannot make the exact same shades as you did in the previous layer, but make sure that you have a proper gradient in your shades for this layer as well. So yes, I know this can get really time consuming, but please have the patience and it is definitely gonna be worth it. This layer will help you add the actual depth to your painting. So for this layer as well, you will have to reduce the size of your patches as you move down towards the shore. I would suggest to use a small round brush from the beginning of the layer itself to create the tiny patches to get proper precision. So as you can see, gradually as I'm moving towards the shore, I'm also reducing the size of my patches as well as the consistency of my paint. The above patches, as you can see, are darker as compared to the below ones, which I'm creating lighter with a thinner consistency paint and a more transparent one. This technique really helps you to get the sparkly beach water effect. Now towards the bottom of my painting, I'm using white paints to create the foamy end of the waves. The white shade of your watercolor paints may not work the best here since they are very transparent. So you can use the white of your poster paints or gouache paints. Using a small brush itself, you can make the foamy ends as I'm showing. Make sure you blend the white towards the water side really properly. Do not blend your white towards the sand side of your waves, as it will reduce your time and effort to add shadows later. Once you're done working on your waves, it's time to darken the sand area, as wet sand is usually dark. I'm using a darker shade of yellow ochre itself to create shadows of the waves at the shoreline. So for the final layer, I'm going to use a very transparent layer of cobalt blue, or you can just use a wet brush and go over the entire painting from the top so that the edges of your patches kind of blend out and you get a smooth texture. Now for this step, it is better to use a pony hair brush. If you're using a synthetic hair brush like me, make sure that you use it very gently, otherwise you'll end up blending everything. For the final touch, you can add white dots for that extra sparkle, or just leave it this way, and we're finally done. Hope the video was helpful to you. If you enjoyed watching the video, do give it a thumbs up. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please do, it will mean a lot to me. Bye.